Greetings. I am a science teacher. I like to collect rocks, fossils, meteorites, and actually anything that may look interesting to me outside. I am also an amateur astronomer. I spend lots of hours behind a telescope, taking pictures of the sun, the moon, the planet, enjoying the view of the cosmos, even although my wife keeps complaining about that all the time. I am also an information technology professional. I like networking, I like security, I like programming, of course, Facebook, Twitter, and the social network too. I am what you could call a certified geek and nerd. Actually, I have a companion. So today I want to share with you why all these things in my life are really important. I want to talk about my curiosity, how these actually have made me what I am today. And this is what I want to share to you today, with you today. According to Carl Sagan, a well-known astronomer and successful writer, every child is born a natural scientist. They are full of questions. Why? How? What? When? Where? And these questions are made and repeated every day, every hour, every minute, and in some cases, every second. Why? They are specialists in driving their parents and elementary teachers crazy. Okay? So I was one of them, and I want to share how all that started. Some time ago, in a cold morning of January 1979, I was sitting with my dad in the highest steps of a staircase leading to the new attic that was still under construction in our house. We were there because we were awaiting the arrival of a new baby girl in the family. I was there falling asleep, and my dad was really anxious. He was awaiting for the phone call. So he tried to keep me awake and distracted using anything. In one moment, he said, "Hey, look at that. That's the big bear." And suddenly, what? A big bear near the house? Where? I tried to look for the animal, wandering around the house. Where? Okay. So my dad, pointing to the sky, it said, those points over there, those stars, they are the Big Bear constellation. And for the first time in my life, I looked up and discovered a myriad of tiny, shining bright dots there. The first time. I never thought before to look up to the stars, not even the moon. It was those kind of experience. I was wow and thrilled. But then after a few seconds trying to figure out, hey dad, I cannot see the bear, where is it? The answer came in the form of a very detailed and technical explanation from a man, PhD in physics and mathematics, that he was really nervous at dawn, awaiting for the call. And I was almost 5 years old. So there I was, completely lost, but intrigued. To help you visualize this, do something. How many of you have had a ride in a car? Please raise your hand. Yeah? Okay. How many of you have experienced that during a long trip, actually the first time we go through that road, that trip is really long and boring? Okay. How many of you have perceived that when we come back to the same road, actually the trip feels faster? Have you wondered why? Okay, now imagine that sensation in the mind of a 5 years old guy to know more about everything, comprehension. I want to invite you to perform a short experiment. I'm a science teacher, but I promise it won't hurt. Okay? Please close your eyes. Everybody, clear your mind. Relax. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Okay. I want you to make a mental trip to your childhood. Okay? Try to remember a familiar sound. Maybe like, maybe perhaps face or a smile, perhaps climbing a tree, facing an animal like a cat, a dog, a bird. Maybe splashing around in summer. How does that feel? You may now open your eyes, please, and try to keep that sensation with you for a moment. Have you ever considered that that feeling was still present there? Have you asked yourself what had happened to that sensation? Is it still there? Is it strong? In my life, I have been very lucky to have people next to me, people that in time helped me to ask the big questions that eventually appeared in my life. My dad, for example, he did his best to get me books and science articles from other countries to travel a lot back then. My mom fought to keep me in school. Perhaps the best thing I obtained from them was actually the freedom, the liberty to experience new things, to let me fall and hit, even lose some teeth and blood. I think I had a very lucky childhood because I enjoyed those moments. And with every moment, I learned new things. And I discovered new things and I wanted to know more about it. My curiosity was there and it's still there. But in that time, it was a process of growing and growing and growing. So I was lucky to have those experiences. Raised in a time where here in Nicaragua we face many limitations. The kind of limitations that most of you have never experienced. You never will. In that time, we were forced to make lines in order to get the basic things we needed to survive. Things like cooking oil, rice, beans, sugar, salt. Even water was distributed in rations. We needed to form up in a line every day in order to get there. And I was there with my mom in the line, asking why it's making a life so hard in this country. In that time, books and television were actually a rare commodity. Now imagine something special like a telescope. Okay? Wow, that would have been something great. At that time, we had a special store known as Tienda, now known as military school, where military personnel and diplomats and specialized accredited technical people could go there and buy things that were non-existent elsewhere. My dad, because of his job, had access to the store. And one day we went. As soon as I entered, wow, there it was. A nice looking telescope, shiny. And I was like, "Gross," again. I wanted that telescope. So I ran to my dad and, "Dad," he said, obviously, I was upset. So I decided to go outside the store to vent, my frustration. I, I elevated my gaze. And I saw them. A large group of my countrymen, my friends, extending their hands toward me, begging for money, begging for anything. Years old. And this was a really sad experience for me. And again, a difficult question came to my mind. These people is not allowed to go inside the store and get the goods they need. Of course, being 10 years old, it was not clear to me. Those difficult questions that could come in your mind, in your life, and you keep struggling, trying to understand why. Now that I am 25 years old, 17, you shipping and handling, okay? Now the answer is clear. For me, that lesson, that no coming from my dad, was a really difficult lesson. Now I understand why. And during the passing of the years, I learned that actually their example, what they did with me and me, their way to tell me, hey, don't give up asking questions. Realize how life is, but not only life, everything around you. It was their way to keep me curious about things. And now, today, I know the answer for all the questions I had back then. And the answer is education. But I'm not talking about the education you may, I'm not talking about schools precisely. Don't get me wrong. Schools are very important. So don't please. Okay? They are very important. But they are not the only thing we have. The schools are part of a larger framework. Now that I am here, many years after those experiences, I understand that the education my mentors, my parents, and all the people that actually was near and close to me helped me to discover what I am now. Again, they helped me to keep my curiosity going. Today, as I mentioned before, I'm a science teacher. I like to do a lot of science stuff. I am a professional in technology. I am also the president of the Nicaraguan Amateur Astronomer Society. And during this process, the contact I've been able to have with many people around has been great. I've been able to talk with many scientists around the world. I have been provided with the opportunity to give a talk at the Center for Astrophysics at Harvard, representing Nicaragua, take hands with scientists, lunar scientists, and real astronauts. I also enjoy the view, the smile, and that view of wonder in the eyes of underserved children here in the country. Wow, the look in their faces when they look at something new. Wow, what are those? It's now in them. That is great. Wow, education can provide them answer that now is clear. As a science teacher, I'm trying to keep the ball rolling. And actually, I can say that this ball keep rolling. 2 weeks ago, with a group of my students from 7th and 8th grade, we were able to discover 2 new asteroids in the school. We have made together history in science for Nicaragua. Now imagine what can we do if together, work together, and rediscover that curiosity. For me, I have embraced that curiosity and I have turned it into my passion. I really love doing this stuff, not because it was an imposition for somebody. It's because I discovered that I like to ask questions and keep asking questions and questions. And sometimes I know that this question may not have an answer at all, but it doesn't matter. I'm curious about it, and I have turned it into my life, an essential part of my life. So, there are many projects out there that you can try to join if you like, if you're interested in science, or you want to boost your curiosity. So I can recommend you some of them and start doing discoveries by your own. We have technology today. We can use it. Let's use it in a smart way. Okay? Just Google a little bit about citizen science projects, and you will be surprised with the amount of results you will get. And this is actual science. Imagine a student, young people, young minds, willing to know more, being curious from the smallest thing to the largest things in the universe. What can we do to it? Okay? So why am I saying all of this? Because today I want to dare you to embrace your curiosity, to rediscover what you like. It doesn't matter the topic. What you like. That initial sensation of wonder you experienced when you were a child, okay? That's amazing. Those question things, okay? Those questioning of the things out there. Really embrace it. Rediscover it. You know why? Because in time, you may not notice it, but in time, perhaps one day, you will be sitting with a child, looking at the stars, mentioning where the big bear is in the sky, because you will become mentor of other people. Because curiosity is in you, and curiosity is in everybody out there. The chance to rediscover the world. Thank you.